where the mind is restless and the soul often forgotten. The Yoga Sutras of Patanjali offer a path, a blueprint for self-mastery and spiritual liberation. Compiled over 2200 years ago, this timeless text lays down the principles of yoga in concise 195 aphorisms or sutras, guiding us towards inner stillness and ultimate freedom. Patanjali is considered the father of classical yoga. According to the legend, he was an incarnation of Adishesha, the divine serpent upon which Lord Vishnu rests. His mission was to systemize the scattered yogic practices into a clear and structured framework, what we know now as the Yoga Sutras. Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is the stopping or the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. The Yoga Sutras are divided into 4 chapters, each revealing a stage of yogic journey. Samadhi Pad, Sadhan Pad, Vibhuti Pad and Kaivalya Pad. Samadhi Pad is about what a person gets if one gets into yoga. So ideally, Maharishi Patanjali was a very good person in the way of marketing his product. He really told people first the benefits of what they would be if they get into the Yoga Sutras and perform whatever he told them to do. Starting the chapter with Ath Yoga Anusashanam, now the rules or the principles of yoga, he talks about Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha and then goes on to explaining vrittis or the modifications of the mind. Then he talks about Abhyas and Vairagya, practice and renunciation, which would help in quietening the mind and stilling the fluctuations. So this chapter dwells in how to purify your mind or your chit and to turn inwards. And it talks about the importance of pranav, which is Om, and talks about how leaving all the materialistic pursuits and quietening the mind, one can go to liberation. The next chapter, Sadhan Pad, is about what are the ways. So he talks about Kriya Yoga, Pancha Kleshas, the afflictions which disturb the mind, the law of karma and its consequences, and Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs of yoga. So yoga is not just about flexing the muscles, it has 8 limbs to be performed. Yam Niyam Asan Pratyahar Dharana Dhyan Samadhi Ashtangani. This chapter is all about disciplining yourself so that you can train yourself to quieten the fluctuations and live in bliss. Having talked about the 5 limbs in chapter 2, he goes on to Dharana Dhyan Samadhi, which are the Sanyam Traya. Sanyam Traya means the 3 which give you patience and make you quieten every modification towards stillness. Deshbandh Chittasya Dharana Tatra Pratyay Ektanta Dhyanam Tadev Arth Matra Nirbhasam Swarup Shunyam Mev Samadhi. Last and 4th chapter or adhyay is Kaivalya Path, which talks about liberation, mukti, towards complete surrender to God and to be Him. He talks on detail what are siddhis and what is the chit doing all the time and what is gyan and mukti, and explains every aspect for the person to understand. And here he talks that this is very important, that the Purush and the Prakriti, they are independent, which means I belong, everything belongs to me is over, and the person exists away from everything, understanding that he is not that. Most of the issues, most of the problems of our life are because we think everything belongs to us and even this body. So we have that asakti bhav. We get attached and that it troubles us. And that's what happens when you detach yourself and your mind is quietened. Your karmendriyas and jnanendriyas have been taken care of and your buddhi exists. Your intellect is there to tell you that nothing is yours. So you can just be a drishta and you exist in your own roop, in your own avastha. Next video we get into details of the Eightfold Ashtanga Yoga and get into understanding the minuteness of each word. Thank you. Take care. God bless.